to be in the vicinity of Pune where the avatar was to be born. वो point
Yeah,
है.
I'll emphasize that.
Okay. So after we start, I need 2 minutes to narrate an incident which happened with Mani Auntie,
Sure.
which is related to this. And after that, it is all yours.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. And don't look so serious, Babu. Keep smiling. Wow.
No, I'm not serious.
Jai Baba.
जय बाबा जय बाबा.
चाय बाय पाहिजे का?
नाही नाही ठीक आहे, इथं चालू आहे.
चालू आहे. हा बरं.
असं आवाज वाढवता कसा येईल?
चला टाइम झाला.
डायरेक्ट बोल बरं. डायरेक्ट वाढवतो एकदा. म्हणजे कसं ऐकायचं वाढायचं का बोलायचं वाढायचं?
टाइम टू स्टार्ट.
ऐकच आहे, ऐकूच येत नाही.
वॉल्यूम फुल आहे का?
You do the prayer, please.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's davan till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Thank you, Baba.
Jai Baba, everybody. Welcome to Bombay Center's Thursday program. Today we have Mr. Prashant Ahir from the illustrious family of the Ahirs, Pratap Ahir, etc., etc. And what I like about Prashant is that he is very well read. He conducts his research very thoroughly when given a topic and makes a very interesting talk whenever he's come on board to give us. Today, I'd like to start with an incident which was narrated by Mani Auntie in the Manli Hall. It so happened that after lunch, she had gone to wash her hands at some tap which was at the back of Baba's residence in Mehrazad. And suddenly she started hearing beautiful bhajans. Then the bhajans stopped and the abhangas started. And then she saw all the Maharashtrian saints, Santa Tukaram, and all the others walking towards the seclusion hill. And Mani Auntie says that it was one of the most beautiful sights she has seen. Friends, we don't really understand what all goes on in Baba's world, actually. Baba has his own ways of doing his work, etc., etc., etc. We will never, ever understand it. I, for one, don't even want to try to understand that. So today, somehow or the other, you may call it a coincidence or you may call it Baba's wish, whatever, that Prashant Ahir is going to touch this subject very with great knowledge behind it. And the talk should be very, very interesting. I only hope that he mixes a little bit of Hindi with Hindi with English, so that the rest of us can also follow and enjoy this program. So over to you, sir. Prashant, Jai Meher Baba. Sabse pehle, I would like to ask you and your son, Asim, कि भाई आप लोग ये फैमिली में बॉर्न हुए, बाबा फैमिली में वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह, बट योर ओन कन्विक्शन आपको कैसे आया? हाउ डिड यू फील कन्विंस कि बाबा इज द अवतार ऑफ दिस एज? थैंक यू. जय बाबा.
Well, Sam, I'll take your question towards the end of my interaction,
Fine.
because Asim is also not here. So as soon as he comes,
Okay.
both of us can address this question.
Right.
Okay. The subject that we are going to discuss today, the seed of this subject was sown in my mind almost 30, 40 years ago by K.K. Ramakrishnan. And K.K. Ramakrishnan had asked me to study the historical evolution of Maharashtra since the times of Muhammad Paigambar. And his idea was not to document the history of Maharashtra as such, all the Chalukya, Wakatak, and the other dynasties and how they prospered. But his idea was that how the land was prepared for the advent of the avatar. And this is what, because according to him, there was a deliberate design, there was a deliberate theme in Baba's taking birth in Pune or in Maharashtra or in India. And how that came about is a matter of an interesting study. So Baba was born in 1894, and he started his avtaric mission sometime in early 1922. Exactly 1400 years before that, Hazrat Muhammad Paigambar walked on this earth, and he carried out his own spiritual mission. And when Paigambar Sahib was doing his avtaric work, the entire society at that point in time was divided into tribes. And these tribes had no qualms, they have no scruples, they had no code of conduct. And their only aim in life was to survive at the cost of the other. And therefore, there was huge amount of competition, hatred, and killing that was going on. And Muhammad Paigambar, through his, now we call it Islamic teaching, but through his teachings, Muhammad Paigambar tried to bring in the message of brotherhood. I think that was the central theme of his message, that behave when you are on this earth, behave like brothers. The second thing he talked about was the truth and perseverance of truth. And the third thing that he talked about was justice, insaf. But, as it happens that after Paigambar was long gone, his followers didn't quite well understood his essence of his teaching, and they were entangled into the Shariat part and, the rituals and the Karmakand, and under the guise of spreading the Islam, a lot of things happened which were exactly opposite to what Muhammad Paigambar or Hazrat Sahib has taught us. And if you look at after, let's say, Muhammad Paigambar was born sometime in 700 AD. But if you look at 900, 1000, 1100, you will find that there was a green wave across the globe. That green wave captured major part of Asia, major part of Africa, and even part of Europe. And the spread of Islam was actually a miracle. Now, India, which was having its own independent thinking and philosophy and style of living, was actually not greatly touched by the Islamic forces till almost 12th century. And as we know, there were many invaders, but the first rule which started in Delhi was by Muhammad Ghori way back in 11th or 12th century. And from that point onwards, the forces of Islam started invading, started encroaching into the traditional Sanatani or Vedic thinking. However, if you look at even the Vedic society in those days, the entire spirituality was confused because the Vedanta or the Hindu Dharma itself was marred by casteism and rituals and many karma kanda which were not the core of the religion. On the other hand, you had certain new thinking coming up, like Swami Chakradhar, who was talking about a different kind of love for Lord Krishna. On the borders of Maharashtra and Karnataka, there was Lingayat, Veershaiv, which were talking about entirely different society, which is breaking up the hierarchies of caste and religion. And so the entire spirituality in India, and particularly in Maharashtra, was highly confused. And that's where the job of Jnaneshwar stands apart, because Jnaneshwar was born sometime in 1190s or so, and his actual work started in 1200. At that time, yet the Islamic invasion of the south or the west had not happened. That happened when Muhammad Khilji attacked Gujarat first in 1275, and thereafter he attacked Aurangabad or Devgiri, where Raja Ramdev Rao was ruling. That happened in maybe 1290 or so. But Jnaneshwar, when he started his teachings, the Islamic forces were around us, but they were not, they had not invaded us. But I think in preparation of that, Jnaneshwar started giving his knowledge about the core of the Hindu religion. And that is the most important job that Sant Jnaneshwar has done. Not only that, but Sant Jnaneshwar is said to have pioneered the entire Varkari or Bhagavad Dharma movement that we see even today. There is no other movement that, to my knowledge, which has sustained over centuries of centuries, and even today, it's gathering force and momentum. Now, Baba has said that Jnaneshwar was a peculiar family because all the four siblings in that family achieved perfection. And which was, according to Baba, which was a very, very rare example. So Nivrutti, Jnaneshwar, Sopan, and their sister Muktabai. In fact, their names were also given by their parents in a manner that Nivrutti is, like you become renunciation is Nivrutti. And from Nivrutti, you come to Jnana, which is Jnaneshwar. So after renunciation, you get the true knowledge of Brahma. And then you climb the Sopan. Sopan is ladder. So you climb the Sopan, and where that ladder takes you, Mukti, which is Muktabai. So this is how even their names were given. So according to Baba, it was a unique family. And in fact, Baba has given explanation about Jnaneshwar's early exit from the world. Because when Jnaneshwar wrote Jnaneshwari, he was hardly 16 years of age. And what is Jnaneshwari? Jnaneshwari is a critic on Gita, because Gita was in Sanskrit and the entire Hindu philosophy was confined only to people who knew Sanskrit. Jnaneshwar wanted to unshackle it. And that's how he unshackled it, by bringing it into the common man language in those days. And that was the major contribution that Jnaneshwar made. And after that, he wrote in 16, and then by 21, Naneshwar decided to leave the world, and he went into Samadhi. Now, Baba has given a uh, very interesting explanation of his Samadhi, and I don't know even many Warkaris would buy that or would believe that. But what Baba said was, and since it is Baba, we must believe it. Baba said that Naneshwara was so beautiful that, and his face was so glorious and attractive, that not just women or not just children, even the old people and adult were attracted to him. And as they got attracted to him, they started finding various reasons to be around him. And that created disturbance in Naneshwar's work, whatever work he had undertaken. So writing Naneshwari probably was not his only work. He also undertook certain universal work after that, and which was being hindered by this people. And that's how Naneshwar decided to get into Samadhi. Now, before that, since Asim is here now, we started with the Islam Dharm. So, my father had written a song on Muhammad Paigambar. So I want Asim to sing that song, and then we will come back to Jnaneshwar.
बिखर गए आंधी के बादल, बिखरी मायूसी की घटाएं, राहगीर को मिला जो राह मंजिल दिखलाए। दुनिया में अब नारा गूंजा एक मुबारक नाम का, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह। दुनिया में अब नारा गूंजा एक मुबारक नाम का, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह। अल्लाह अकबर का नारा जिसने इस दुनिया को दिया, जिसने इस दुनिया को दिया, जिसने इस दुनिया को दिया। एक खुदा और एक पैगंबर, यही सत्य फिर दोहराया, यही सत्य फिर दोहराया, यही सत्य फिर दोहराया। भूत परस्त बंदों को जिसने शाद किया आबाद किया, भूत परस्त बंदों को जिसने शाद किया आबाद किया। सबसे न्यारा सबका प्यारा, प्यारा वो अल्लाह का, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह।
Yes. Sam, you wanted to say something?
It's beautiful. I've never heard Pratap sir sing this before.
This was written only for
We'll
dramas. Yeah.
have to get this out of him. Jai Baba.
So let's come back to Jnaneshwar and his contemporary Namdev. Now, while Jnaneshwar did a specific task of bringing the philosophy of Gita to the common man's language and common man's life, Namdev did something extraordinary. Namdev was the first Maharashtrian sant who actually traveled northwards and he stayed in Punjab for some years. He composed songs in Gurumukhi and Hindi. And you may be surprised to know that some of Namdev's songs have been included in the Guru Granth Sahiba. So this is the work that Namdev did. Now, in memory of Jnaneshwar, we will hear just one line of his one famous abhang, uh, Sundarate Dhyan, Ubhe Vitevari. I request Asim to sing just a couple of lines.
सुंदरते ध्यान उठे विटेवरी सुंदरते ध्यान उठे विटेवरी कर कटावरी कर कटावरी हे मुनिया सुंदर ते उठे पीटेवरी सुंदर ते तुलसी हरे गला कासे पीतांबर तुलसी हरे गला कासे पीतांबर आवडे निरंतर आवडे निरंतर तेची रूप सुंदर ते उठे विटेवरी सुंदर ते
Good. Now, you may find a very interesting follow-up which happened about Jnaneshwar. So when you're talking about the Santa Parampara, the important sense that we normally mention, one is Jnaneshwar, the other is Namdev. Now that is followed almost 300 years later by another Sant called Eknath. Now Eknath was absolutely extraordinary because what Jnaneshwar tried to simplify the entire Vedic philosophy, Eknath used the everyday examples through his poems to drive this message home about the spirituality and about love for God. For example, Eknath wrote many gauladans. Gauladans are the songs which the gopis sing in praise of, let's say, Lord Krishna, or the tussle between Lord Krishna and the gopis. And one of the gopis in her song says that Krishna, you must buy the milk from only me, because my milk does not have water. Now it's a very simple, and it is happening from those days that normally you add water to the milk to increase your earnings. Now, what this lady, or what this gopi is telling Krishna is that Krishna, Majha Dudhat Nahi Pani. Now, while it appears so simple, what she is actually telling Krishna is that my love for you is absolutely unalloyed, unmixtured, pure, and therefore you should only accept my love. So
Fantastic. Fantastic.
this is Sam. This is Eknath. So he has used all the daily, happenings in our lives and given it a spiritual dimension.
Hmm.
Now it is said, and this is very interesting, and you would like the story, that it is said that after 300 years, because Eknath's period is 300 years after Jnaneshwar, Jnaneshwar came into vision of Eknath. And he said that near my samadhi, there is this tree called Ajana Vruksh. Now that tree, the roots of those tree have entangled my throat and I am unable to breathe. Now, thereafter, Eknath went there and he rebuilt Jnaneshwar Samadhi. That's the story. However, what is important to note is that Eknath got a message from Jnaneshwar that I simplified the Gita philosophy 300 years ago. Today, even that is becoming difficult for people to understand. It's now your time, it's now your job to make it simpler for the common people. And that's what Eknath did. Eknath wrote another commentary on Gita, which was in everyday's language. So this is how the sons communicate with each other, and this is how they carry out each other's work. All this has been happening, according to me, under the Avtaric plan of descent, because Baba was creating environment which was spiritual, which was spiritually charged, and which was oriented towards God, so that when he comes and starts his mission on this earth, he will have a, you can say, head start. And the real head start was given to Baba by Tukaram. Tukaram came 100 years after Eknath. And if you look at Tukaram's poetry is, according to me, extraordinary, out of this world. And you can't believe that a simpleton like Tukaram would have, written this kind of philosophy. And as we all know, Baba used to quote Tukaram a lot because Baba loved Tukaram. Sam Kerawala once told me that Baba had given a bunch of 5 abhangas to Sam and to Roshan. And he used to tell them that you must sing this whenever you get an opportunity. And all those were Tukaram's original abhanga. Today, if you ask even the scholars of Tukaram, they would say that these abhangas were never written by Tukaram. But since Baba had given it, I truly believe that those must be the original abhang of Tukaram. So Baba's connection or Baba's relationship with Tukaram is well known through his poetry. However, Tukaram was the contemporary of Baba's partial manifestation as Shivaji. Baba has told all of us that he came in 1600 as Shivaji. And as Shivaji, Baba did an enormous job of creating what is known as Hindavi Swaraj. Now, that Hindavi Swaraj was a stopper to the wild spread of Islam in India. And that's how the original Vedic or Sanatan Dharma was, I would say, kind of protected in Maharashtra. And that is the greatest contribution that King Shivaji has made. And when I say King Shivaji, all of us understand that Baba made it through his partial advent as Shivaji. Now, after Shivaji, then if Sam, you want to say something?
Yeah, Prashant, there is a very famous saying amongst us कि अगर शिवाजी न होते तो सबकी सुन्नत होती.
सही है.
अगर शिवाजी न होते तो सबकी सुन्नत होती. Just wanted to say this.
Yes, you're right. And that's what many historians also believe. So, but after Shivaji, the entire Marathi empire went to extreme heights, and thereafter the decline started when the Britishers came. Now, the entire era of colonialization, although we may criticize it today and we may curse it, and we have all the reason to curse it because it was a pure economic exploitation of poor countries in Africa and Asia, like India, by the European giants. However, it also had a positive side. And the positive side was that through the colonialization, the entire scientific thought entered into our kind of, or our side of world. Earlier, we were not exposed to this pure scientific thought, which came to us through West. not just the scientific thought, but it also brought in the wake of it, the scientific advancements like railroads or like post and telegraph, like many other things, which probably we would have been deprived if the colonialization had not happened. Uh, I'm not, well, I'm not in favor of colonization in any way, but I'm saying that there was a spiritual design in all this thing, which we must understand. Now, Baba spoke about his mission of bringing East and West as the most important mission. And in fact, when the East and West gathering happened, Baba said that it was a unique event. These are Baba's words. That Baba had said that this were the unique event, and he has worked for many years to bring this about. So it is quite astonishing to know that Baba and his agents, or Baba and his invisible companions, have worked on bringing this about. So actually, the colonialization was the first step of bringing East and West together. However, in a very reverse manner, when West started dominating East with their thought process. So in when you bring two things together, you always lose balance for some time. So that was a lack of equilibrium. But thereafter, what happened? Thereafter, there are three important names that we must remember. One was Inayat Khan. Inayat Khan was born somewhere in Baroda. He was a magician, a Sufi, but his master told him to travel west. He went to the Europe and he started the branch of Sufism there, which they later came into contact of Baba as Sufism reoriented, because Baba renamed it as Sufism reoriented. Now, that was actually what was started by Inayat Khan in Europe. And then later it spread to Australia as well as USA. So Inayat Khan was one name. The second important name that I would like to take is Swami Vivekananda. In 1893, Swami Vivekananda gave his famous landmark speech in Chicago when Baba was about to born. So that was the speech which actually revolutionized the Western outlook towards the Hindu philosophy or Hindu way of living. And after that, it was not just one speech, but Vivekananda lived in the Europe and US for almost 1.5 years. He did a lot of work there. And then he came back and he had a short life. He died when he was hardly 37, 38. But in that period, according to me, Vivekananda had done something uh, important, which ultimately supported, or which ultimately paved the way for Baba's work of bringing East and West together. Now, this is all happening before Baba was born, and now uh, somewhere in 1850 and so, the entire pieces started falling in place. So you had Baba Jan, who was, I'm sorry, who we had Baba Jan from Baluchistan coming to settle down in Pune. Before that, she moved around. She moved around in Mumbai, Benti Bazaar, and various other places. Ultimately, decided to uh, make her place under a neem tree at camp, which was a stone's throw distance from where Baba was living. So this was again not a chance. This was not a stray event. This was a well planned design by the Sadgurus to bring about the Avtaric event in this world. Now, since we have mentioned about Babajan, I am requesting Asim to sing just a small couplet on Babajan, which again was written by my father.
ये कौन अजनबी है जिसको किसका इंतजार, एक पेड़ के तले है जिसने उम्र दी गुजार। अखियां बनी बेताब और ये दिल है बेकरार, यूं आसमान की तरफ वो देखे बार बार। बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान। दुनियाए वतन छोड़ दिया, छोड़ के घर बार, सब संग साथी छोड़ के वो आई है इस पार। क्या राज था वो दिल बिना किसी का तलबगार, कुदरत के इशारे का वो करती थी इंतजार। बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान। दुनियाए वतन छोड़ दिया, छोड़ के घर बार, सब संग साथी छोड़ के वो आई है इस पार। क्या राज था ये दिल बना किसी का तलबगार, कुदरत के इशारे का वो करती थी इंतजार। बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान, बाबा जान। इतने में खुशियाँ लहराए, ओ इतने में खुशियाँ लहराए, अल्लाह परवर की खुदाई, शक्ले इंसान में आई। अल्लाह दुहाई है दुहाई, इतने में खुशियाँ लहराई, इतने में खुशियाँ लहराई।
So this is Baba Jan. Then, not far from Pune, about 80 kilometers, I would say, Narayan Maharaj made his ashram at Kedgaon Bet Kedgaon. And he started living there. Some distance away at Shirdi and Sakori, the other two Sadgurus, Sai Baba, and along with Sai Baba, Upasni Maharaj had asked, Sai Baba had asked Upasni Maharaj to stay at the Khandoba temple at Shirdi. So both of them were at Shirdi at that point in time. And then you had Tajuddin Baba at Nagpur. Interestingly, all of you would probably know, and you must have read it, that Tajuddin Baba had spent, I don't know the exact number of years, but maybe around 12 to 13 years in a Pagal Khana. Because, when he was in his Unmadi Avastha, when he was one with God, one day he was walking naked through the tennis court, and the British ladies were playing there, and they found that this was absolutely a no-no thing, and they were very, very critical about it. And the British police then put Tajuddin Baba into jail, and thereafter he was shifted to a mental asylum, and he lived in that mental asylum for 12 to 13 years. I strongly believe that that period of Tajuddin Baba in the mental asylum was the harbinger or the curtain raiser for Baba's entire work with the mast and the mad. So you will find that there are deep connections. Now, we will not be able to see these connections, but these connections are very much there. So all these five Sadgurus, and before that, many Sufi saints have congregated in Pune. All the five Sadgurus came to settle down in the vicinity in about a distance of 150 to 200 kilometers. And then Baba, when he was kissed by Baba Jan and he got God realization, Baba started meeting all these people. It's not that Baba spent time with them. It's only Upasni Maharaj and maybe Baba Jan that Baba spent substantial time with. But otherwise, with Sai Baba, with Tajuddin Baba or with Narayan Maharaj, it was an interaction which was sufficient for the avatar to take whatever charge he had to take from the Sadgurus. So, the very fact that all the Sadgurus resided in and around Pune is is a part of the divine plan. And thereafter, Baba starts his work. And the Santa Parampara is still continuing. And you had the last bastion, or you had the last, I would say, the saint in the Maharashtra's saint line, which is Gadge Maharaj. And Gadge Maharaj got drawn to Avatar Meher Baba. You know, when Baba made his final declaration in 1954, when Baba talked about his dropping body and violent death and many things, and then Baba said that part of it was in his language, part of it was in our language, part of it was common language. But at that point in time, why I'm saying this, because uh, we must realize that to understand God's work is not even the luxury, or is not even the qualification of advanced saints like Gadge Maharaj, because Ramakrishnan and Ramakrishnan and I think it was Bhavsar, both of them were walking, and across our center there is a Gadge Maharaj Dharmashala, where sometimes Gadge Maharaj used to come, and that time Gadge Maharaj was there, and Gadge Maharaj was also walking outside with the broom in his hand, and he was sweeping, and Ramakrishna started talking to him, and then Gadge Maharaj knew about Ramakrishnan and his connection with Avatar Meher Baba. So, as a mat, in the course of conversation, Gadge Maharaj says that why Baba makes such announcements? It totally confuses people. People do not understand. And when Gadge Maharaj said this, Ramakrishna was slightly surprised, because Baba had said that you must communicate to all whatever I have said. So Ramakrishna said that, but Maharaj, I mean, how can you say such a thing? And suddenly Gadge Maharaj shouted, Manto, Manto, Dev Manto. I believe he is God. But all these things are only known to him. This is what Gadge Maharaj commented at that point in time. Now you can imagine that even the saint of the sixth plane was falling short of understanding God's ways. And this is Avatar's ways. Now, Gadge Maharaj had a deep connection with some of the Mandali. For example, Sarosh used to, and this is where you find the funny way of Baba's working. I have another 10 minutes. I'll wrap it up.
No, don't worry about minutes.
No, it's
Just
better,
go ahead.
it's better to stick to the time. So, Sam, this is very interesting, and you must know this, that Savak Kotwa, as you know, he was after any saint and after any advanced soul. And Gadge Maharaj used to visit his house. And whenever he came, Gadge Maharaj, Nargis would offer him food, and Gadge Maharaj would ask for money for whatever his work. He would ask for his travel, he would ask for, the Dharmashala that he was building or whatever. And Savak, from whatever little saving he had, he used to lovingly offer this money to Gadge Maharaj. Now, once he happened to mention this to Baba. And of course, Baba knew Gadge Maharaj, but at that point in time, they had not met. Baba later said that he had listened to Gadge Maharaj's kirtan at Pune when he was young, but they had not met that time. So Baba told Savak to stop giving money to Gadge Maharaj. After some time, Gadge Maharaj visited Savak's house, had food. Now Savak was worried that, if he asks for money, what I'm going to say? And therefore, he was internally praying. But after when Gadge Maharaj was leaving, he said that I needed money for travel. And Savak said that Meher Baba has said that I should not be giving you money. Gadge Maharaj said, who Meher Baba has said? All right. As plain as that, as simple as that. He just said that, has Baba told you? Fine, it's fine. And he left. Now, same Gadge Maharaj, when he was building Dharmashala at various places, who was the one of the biggest contributors? Sarosh. And I'm sure Sarosh wouldn't have done it on his own. He obviously would have asked Baba, and Baba would have allowed him. So we will never understand how one is connected with one particular saint or Sadguru and how the other person is connected. And instead of applying our mind, it is always better to just do whatever master asks you to do. And that is what Savak did. I personally have great respect for Gadge Maharaj only because one, Eraj used to talk highly about him. Eraj also used to talk highly about Santa Tukaram and the movie Santa Tukaram. But even Gadge Maharaj, whenever we discussed for some reason or the other, Eraj was full of respect for Gadge Maharaj. And he was the saint who destroyed the traditional thinking of all the poor people about God. Because everybody thought that भगवान को ये मुर्गा चढ़ा दो, भगवान को ये बकरा चढ़ा दो, फिर तुम्हारा बीमारी दूर हो जाएगा, तुम्हारा सारा जो भी तुम्हारा संकट है वो दूर हो जाएगा. Now he attacked that thinking, and he had guts to do that. And that's why I find that he was more of a social reformer and the saint who rolled in together. And therefore, I personally like Gadge Maharaj, and I find it so beautiful that he invites Baba to Pandharpur. Baba goes to Pandharpur on his invitation. When he is saying goodbye to Baba, he folds his hand and says to Baba, Baba, I'm tired now. Please give me place at your ashram, at your feet. Now, he is not asking Baba to call him to stay at Mehrazad. This is only understood by Baba what he meant. And Baba said that some more time. And after 2 years, in 1950, this was 54, in 1956, Baba called Gadge Maharaj. In the sense, Gadge Maharaj dropped his body. Now, there is a beautiful movie in Marathi on Gadge Maharaj, and there is a beautiful song which was composed specially when Gadge Maharaj drops his body. So I'm asking Asim to sing that song for all of us.
विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट, रावणीची घाट निनादली, रावणीची घाट निनादली, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट. निघाल उठला हुंदका देहूच्या वाड्यात, चुकात माझीत काळवला, उठला हुंदका देहूच्या वाड्यात, चुकात माझीत काळवला, काळवला, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली वीट, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल. अनाथांच्या नाथा सोडून पाठीवर, अनाथांच्या नाथा सोडून पाठीवर, अनाथांच्या नाथा सोडून पाठीवर, निघाला वैष्णव वैकुंठाती, निघाला वैष्णव वैकुंठाती. विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल. संत मायेतील मणी शेवटला, संत मायेतील मणी शेवटला, उघडला एकाएकी आज, उघडला एकाएकी. विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल. रावणीची घाट निनादली, रावणीची घाट निनादली, विठ्ठलाच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल. विठ्ठल 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 विठ्ठल.
The song says, Sant माळेतिले मणी शेवटेला. Matlab, if you look at the entire beads, this is the last bead in that saintly order. So this is how the song is written, and the concept is so thrilling. It says that as Gadge Maharaj dropped his body, the brick under the feet of Vitthal, it also shuddered. Vitthalaच्या पायी थरारली विठ्ठल.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Vitthal is standing on the brick. So as Gadge Maharaj, the last bastion, fell, he dropped his body. Even that brick shuddered. It vibrated. It vibrated. This is the concept. This is the thought of that. The other contemporary of Gadge Maharaj, who again got in touch with Baba once or twice, was Tukdoji Maharaj. He was another common man's saint, I would say. His compositions are worth reading about. Both are from Amravati, and I felt so bad that we had such a big function at Amravati in November, but none of us, including me, spoke about Gadge Maharaj or Tukdoji Maharaj. So the famous song of Tukdoji Maharaj is Mani nahi bhav, mane deva mala pav. Mani nahi bhav, matlab mere man mein to bhav nahi hai. Mane deva mala pav, देव अशानं भेटायचा नाही रे, देव बाजारचा भाजीपाला नाही रे. It's you're not going and buying vegetables. So that is Tukdoji Maharaj. Anyway, Sam, so I have covered my topic today to the best of my ability. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Jai Baba.
इतनी आसानी से कैसे जाने देवे तुमको? अभी that initial question which
Oh,
you-
yes, I forgot. Asim, Sam is asking us that although we have been born in Baba family, when did we realize about Baba's status? So Sam, Asim will give his answer. As far as I'm concerned, I will say that for me, it has been a gradual process. And I would not say that it was a linear progressive process. It had its ups and downs. It has gone through its peaks and troughs. However, uh, sometime when I uh, passed my 12th and I got into engineering, I had academic troubles in the initial period, adjustment period at the engineering college. And at that point in time, I thought that I brought myself very close to Baba. Baba pulled me towards him, I can say. And thereafter, the bonding became stronger and stronger. Although thereafter also, I had so many ups and downs in my life, including the recent health problem, but it has only strengthened my belief in Baba. I just believe that whatever he is doing, he knows the best. Now I'll ask Asim to answer your question.
So I guess for me, since I was born in a Baba family where both my grandparents were Baba lovers and both my parents were Baba lovers, I think it was never a question of realizing it, because I cannot really pinpoint when I credited Baba for his godhood, because I guess it just I was just born with it. I uh, I uh, I think it was virasat given, like, in hereditary, as you get it. Because growing up, I realized that even when I was very little, when I was in kindergarten or when I was in my preliminary years of school, still very strongly believed that Baba is God. So I don't know where this belief came from or where this understanding came from, but I guess it was a gift from God that I always had it. So that's why that's also a downside, because like people have very interesting stories to tell about how they came to Baba, but I don't have any such story.
I'll tell you what it could be, Asim. You know, there's a belief amongst us, and I'm sure Pratapji is listening right now. He will endorse मैं जो भी कुछ कह रहा हूँ वो कि you probably are a soul of a very strong Baba lover in previous life. This is what I feel. At the moment मेरे दिल में ये आया है, क्योंकि आपको ये मेरे और तुम्हारे पिताजी की तरफ कुछ भी अप्स एंड डाउन्स वगैरह कुछ करने नहीं पड़े, डिंग डोंग टिंग टोंग कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं, सीधे से आके बैठ गए. That it itself is a boon which you must have earned in your previous life.
Beautiful.
Yes, this is what I feel. I sincerely feel that. प्रताप साहेब, तुम्हाला काही सांगायचं असेल तर सांगा आता.
Is he
भाग्य.
online?
हाँ,
Acha.
बोला बोला, है के प्रताप साहेब? हेलो.
List में तो है बाबा.
Sam, shall I come in for a minute, Sam?
Please do, please do.
Asim, Jimmy uncle here. Hi.
Hi. Jai Baba.
Asim, our souls select our parents. So our soul selects who my father will be, who my mother will be, and we select them according to our spiritual status. So your soul selected your father and mother based on your journey of spirituality. So that is my answer. That's how you came in Baba's fold. That's how your father came in Baba's fold. So that's my answer. Okay, Jai Baba.
Yes, Jai Baba. Very nice.
Raja, we can only guess on all these things. The truth is known by him and him alone.
No.
हाँ, हमें वो कहते हैं ना, लाखों पंडित लाखों श्याने, खुदा की बातें खुदा ही जाने. So that's what it's all about. I wish Pratap Saab would join in, मगर वो किसी कारणवश he might.
He's not well, Sam.
Ah,
Sam.
he's actually not well.
He's
He's
not
actually,
well. Oh,
ah.
Baba, I hope कि he gets well for Bombay Center के program में जब आप लोग आने वाले हैं. And there is one sincere request from me कि ये असीम ने जो भी ये बाबा जान के बारे में, मोहम्मद पैगंबर के बारे में जो भी कुछ ये रजूआत गाई, I would like to listen to them through Pratap Ahir.
Ah, yeah.
उससे ज्यादा सुख मुझे और कहीं से नहीं मिलेगा. So
Yeah.
I would really sincerely hope and pray कि बाबा उनको makes him strong. May Baba make him strong to serve him long. To serve him long. आज Prashant and you are like वो क्या कहते हैं, drops from heaven जो हमारे ये प्रोग्राम में आ गए, because this kind of knowledge only Prashant can deal with all this. मेरे को तो इसमें बिल्कुल फांफे होते हैं. My educational qualification is FA. फांफे मारता हूँ मैं सब में. So ये Prashant, don't laugh.
I like that. I like that.
Yes, Baba. Anyway, this knowledge helps us come closer to Baba. That is the only purpose. उसके सिवाय और कुछ नहीं है. हमें ये सब क्यों हुआ ने, कैसे हुआ ने, किधर हुआ ने, ये सब हिंदी पिक्चर में होता है. ये बाबा की दुनिया में ये सब नहीं होता है. आज बाबा ने चाहा था, उसी कारण ये प्रशांत और उनके बेटे ने इस पे आके इतना शानदार ये जो हमको ज्ञान दिया. एक समय प्रशांत के पिताजी यानी प्रताप आहिर, प्रताप जी, उन्होंने मेरे को बहुत ही प्राइवेटली कहा था कि सैम, मेरी जो जो तमन्नाएं थी, ये इंजीनियर बनना, ये वो सब, इंजीनियरिंग सीखना वगैरह, वो सब मेरा बेटा हासिल कर रहा है. सो प्रशांत, you have earned all this as a boon, and may Baba bless you with more and more of this knowledge, because you are not the kind to hold it. वो सब नॉलेज आप अपने दिल में छुपा के नहीं रखते हैं आप. You always have been sharing it, and that is what I admire about you. Because ये दौलत ऐसी है, जितनी भी लुटाई जाए उतनी ही बढ़ती है.
बढ़ती जाएगी.
Yes. एंड अगर आपसे हो सके तो मैं दो हाथ जोड़ के विनती करता हूं कि नेक्स्ट थर्सडे भी आप आ जाइए and continue on some other topic which Baba may put in our heads, and we can
Sam,
go.
next will be too close to our birthday function, where we start on 19th.
तो क्या हो गया, 1 घंटे के लिए कुछ भी हो सकता है.
But our program will, clash with this. So
ओह अच्छा,
that's why. So next in March.
ठीक है, जैसे मर्जी. मार्च में भी कम मार्चिंग. Okay. Uh, okay, we shall now. Has anybody got any questions to ask before we let them go? हमारे
Should I, Sam?
Jai Baba Ram. Yes, sir.
Jai Baba. I'm just like Prashant, is a Baba kid. And, Prashant said, he took a while, before he started believing in Baba. I don't know what are my reasons, but I had actually no doubt right from the time, I ever saw Meher Baba, so that he was God. So first time when I saw him, I was probably very young, but I do remember seeing him at 5, 7, 9, So it was easy for me to believe. And my logic was also very simple. If I could believe in someone like Ram and Krishna who have never seen, why can't I believe in Meher Baba? It was as simple as that.
Great, great. Thank you, Ram.
Thank you.
Jai Baba. Anybody else? Any questions? Are Baba. I really sincerely wish Pratap Saab was here. Oh, Nagendra Prasad, please go ahead.
Jai Baba,
Very
sir.
briefly.
Jai Baba, sir.
We want to close the program. Ji,
Yes,
bol-
sir. Only 1 minute because you given me option. That's why I'm coming up. So may I request Prasad ji 1 or 2 incidents of his experiencing Baba's Godhood. So it will be happy to us to share. एक दो घटना उसको जो बाबा का दैवत्व का महत्वपूर्ण महसूस किया वो 1 or 2 incidents.
Okay. We
Thank you.
have to keep this. Unfortunately, we'll have to keep this for the next session.
Yeah, sure. No problem. No problem.
Ji. Okay.
Thank you. Jai Baba.
Thank you. Jai Baba. चलिए बाबा से इतनी प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हमारे प्रताप जी को जल्दी से जल्दी ठीक कर दे, क्योंकि उनको सुनने के लिए मेरा दिल तड़प रहा है, मेरा दिल तड़पते रहता है। उनमें क्या खूबी है वो मैं नहीं जानता, बट द मिनट ही स्टार्ट्स ऐसे कुछ वो हारमोनियम पे ट्यून लगाते हैं, इट कनेक्ट्स मी स्ट्रेट टू आवर लॉर्ड. दैट इज द गिफ्ट that he has earned from Baba. Chalo, Tar Meher Baba ki jai. Thank you both for sharing such lovely stories of knowledge, which unfortunately none of us do possess. And it's always good to know कि हमारे बीच में ऐसे भी लोग हैं जिनके पास ये ज्ञान है. Thank you once again. Thank you, Baba, for giving us this thought in our minds. And वो थॉट को जर्मिनेट करके उसका ये रिजल्ट आज हम लोग ने देखा. थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रशांत. आसिम, आपको बाबा बहुत बहुत तरक्की दे, सलामत रखे. दैट इज ऑल दैट आई कैन विश फॉर. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Jai.
We shall now break into prayer, aarti, then a minute silence, and then we shall depart. Thank you. Thank you everybody for joining us. Jai Baba.
Sam uncle, you're not able to hear the prayer.
से संपूर्ण एक परमात्मा हो। तुम सत्य, ज्ञान और परमानंद की त्रिमूर्ति हो। तुम सत्य के मूल हो, प्रेम के महासागर हो। तुम सनातन सत्ता हो, ऊंचों में सबसे ऊंचे हो। तुम प्रभु और परमेश्वर हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म हो और परात्परी पर ब्रह्म भी हो। तुम पर ब्रह्म परमात्मा हो, अल्लाह हो, इलाही हो, यजदान हो, और मज्द हो और प्रियतम ईश्वर हो। तुम्हारा नाम यजत अथा एकमात्र पूज्य है। हे असीम दया के निधि प्रभुराज, हम अपने सब पापों के लिए पश्चाताप करते हैं। हर एक विचार के लिए जो असत्य, अनुचित या गंदा था। हर एक बोले हुए शब्द के लिए जिसे बोलना हमें उचित न था। और हर एक कर्म के लिए जिसे करना हमें उचित न था। स्वार्थ से प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए तथा द्वेष प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए हम पश्चाताप करते हैं। विशेषकर हर एक कामुक विचार तथा क्रिया के लिए, ऐसे हर एक वचन के लिए जिसको हमने पूरा नहीं किया, और सभी निंदा, पाखंड, दम या लोगों के पीछे उनके दोष बताने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। और खासकर दूसरों का नाश करने वाले हर एक कर्म के लिए, दूसरों को दुख देने वाले हर एक शब्द तथा कर्म के लिए, तथा दूसरों पर दुख गिरने की इच्छा करने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। हे प्रभुराज, आप हम पर असीम दया करके हमारे किए हुए पापों को क्षमा कीजिए, और वैसे ही आपकी मर्जी के अनुसार विचार करने में, बोलने में तथा कार्य करने में जो हमारी असमर्थता सदा रहती आई है, उसको भी क्षमा कीजिए। यही हमारी आपसे प्रार्थना है। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता करो कि हम तुमसे अधिक का अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक, और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाए। और तुम हम सब की ऐसी सहायता करो कि हम अंत अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दूरता से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
बुझावे नार जहलतनी ये कर कुद रत्न फरमातु छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातु अयामुल शाद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना साथ थी वाके फथई बे तो मेहर बातू तुझे माँ लिख हकीकत नो तू आशे बीने आरे भी तुझे दरी या ये वहदत मारे फतनो होई तू फातू हमोरे है रखने ऐसा लेख बख्शे ज्ञान इज्जत नु के तुझ पर महात्मा ज्ञानी चने मो तारे इरफातु खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त अमने कर छे तुझ पर चान सद के साखिया ईद पैमा तू हमारी नाव भर तरिए तरावे तो अमे तरिए हमारा ना खुदा ए मेहर बाबा छेनी के बातू हमारा ना खुदा ए मेहर बाबा छेनी के बातू बुझावे नार जहलतनी ए कर कूद रत्न फरमातु छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातु अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
जहाँ कल्पना शब्द ना पहुँचे ऐसे अपरंपार नेति नेति वेद पुकारे महिमा तोरी अपार दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन हे जगत उधारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो हो धूप दीप चंदन चरचाना भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना तुम्हारा ही तुमको लौटाना, काहे बधाई करो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। सकल निधि के तुम कारण हो, सकल विश्व तरहनहारे हो, तुम समा और नहीं तुम ही हो, हे सत अवतारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया, माया भी तो तुम्हारी छाया, तुम्हारा अंत न कोई पाया, तुम हो अनंत खरो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। अपने को जब जो नहीं जाने, महिमा तुम्हारी क्या पहचाने, जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने, गुण गाते तुम्हारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। सीमा नाही तुम्हारी कृपा को, क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको, भीख तुम ही दो प्रेमी जनों को, नित्य तुम्हें सुमरो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, हे जगत उधारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन, आरती स्वीकारो हो। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। Beloved Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba, for everything. We now conclude our session only with one kind of forgiveness from Baba, that I forgot to invite him to join our meeting, but I'm sure he came anyway. So thank you once again, Baba. Jai Meher Baba.